just like tangent and cotangent, we can also find the derivatives of secant and cosecant by using the quotient rule. So quotient rule, let me write it real quick here. Low d high minus high d low, made it, all over low squared. So when we're looking at the derivative of secant, we want to remember that secant can be represented in terms of cosine. So secant of x is equal to 1 over cosine of x. And we can use the quotient rule to find the derivative of that. So quotient rule, we got the low. Cosine of x, derivative of the upper, well, derivative of 1 is just 0, so times 0, minus high, d low, derivative of the lower is negative sine of x. All over cosine squared x. Simplifying that, we got sine of x over cosine squared x. Now, technically this is the derivative, but when we're looking at trig functions, we do not like to have them in the denominator, so we try to rewrite them and whenever we can. So instead of saying sine of x over cosine squared, well, I could split this up into sine of x over cosine of x times 1 over cosine of x. All right, we also don't want to have exponents whenever possible. That's the simplest form, no exponents, no fractions. So simplest form of this one is going to be tangent, and then 1 over cosine is secant. All right, this is another derivative that we need to know so we can save time when going through these processes. Cosecant's next. So let's say we have cosecant as our function. Well, cosecant is the same thing as 1 over sine, and then we can go through the same exact process. Let's speed it up a little bit. Low. Never mind, I can't speed it up. Who am I kidding? Sine of x, d high, minus high, d low, derivative of sine, cosine, all over low squared. Same idea, 0 cancels it out. Now I got negative cosine of x over sine squared. We can split that up into negative cosine of x over sine times 1 over sine. And then we can convert those. Cosine over sine is equal to cotangent, and 1 over sine of x is cosecant, right? Every time there's a cosecant in our derivative, there's also going to be a negative sign with it. And there are the derivatives of secant and cosecant. Definitely memorize those.